Peter Rossi here for the Kalkaska Rhinos, speaking with incoming defenseman Clayton Cleveland. Clayton played hockey last season with the North Broward Prep Eagles of the statewide Florida Hockey League. Clayton, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you, sir?
Great. So to start things off this afternoon, what was appealing about the Rhinos that really, in your mind, made you feel that that would be the right fit in the next step of your hockey career?
Talking to Coach Oliwa, he really talked to me about how much potential that his program had and how much potential I had. He gave me confidence, and he really showed me the way that I wanted to see, and I was excited to join the team from day one.
And when you get advice like that from a coach with the track record that Christoph has, 10-year NHL veteran, he has a Stanley Cup to his credit, he's pretty much seen it all and done it all. Does that really stand out to you, where if a coach like that takes an interest in you, it really shows in your mind that you have the potential to really make a career out of hockey?
100%. With someone like him, you take what he says heavy. There's no way about it. He has a better opinion on the game than almost anyone else.
And with the training aspect being such a big part of the Rhinos program, and Coach Oliwa likes to say that it's sort of a training camp aspect that his team has to it. Are you excited to really work with a player like that? Like Coach Oliwa was in his days, really putting a heavy emphasis on the training aspect of the game.
I think that's a great idea. I don't think enough teams do that. I think Coach Oliwa's task on getting ready to play the game, like everything before you touch the ice, is great. And I think he is ahead of the game in that sense, that more teams need to be doing as much training as Coach Oliwa was having the Kalkaska Rhinos do.
So do you focus on training then in the off-season? What kind of things do you like to focus on in terms of your own conditioning and training when it comes to the off-season?
A lot of foot speed. Being a big guy, you need to have that foot speed just right out of the gate, and a lot of strength and core work. Me personally, I think foot speed is the biggest thing.
And you mentioned, of course, being a big bodied defenseman like yourself. Does having the frame that you have, 6'7", 230, on the blue line, does that allow you to approach the game defensively from a different aspect, or you just want to go out there and play your game?
A little bit of both. You can use your size to your advantage. You have a long reach. Take 2 strides and you're halfway across the ice, which is pretty nice. But also those 2 strides take a pretty long time to get out. So you gotta pick up your feet and move a little bit. But it can work with you and it can hurt you a little bit. So it's just using it to your advantage.
And of course, as you are an incoming player for your first season with the Rhinos, Coach Oliwa has enough faith in you that he named you one of the team's assistant captains for this upcoming season. Just what are some of the feelings that you have about that? Does being named an assistant captain come with any added pressure?
I personally don't feel it has any added pressure. I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing in my hockey career. I'm beyond grateful that Coach Oliwa has that kind of faith in me, and I will do everything I can to make him and the team happy. And,
of course, the Rhinos like to place a lot of emphasis that they run their team like an NHL-style team. And with the main camp coming up next week in Grand Rapids, Coach Oliwa has stated he's going to have an NHL setup and combine to go along with it to really prepare his players for the season. Is it just exciting knowing that he cares that much about his players, that he wants to give them the best equipment and the best training that they possibly can get?
I think it's amazing. I think that he has, so far from what I've heard, what I've seen, probably one of the best programs ever. He really does care for the players, and I think that's a huge part to being a successful hockey program.
And lastly, any expectations that you have for this season, both personally for yourself and as well as the team overall?
Just having fun and hard work. That's all you can hope for.
All right. Well, once again, this has been Peter Rossi here for the Kalkaska Rhinos, speaking with incoming assistant captain Clayton Cleveland. Clayton, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Looking forward to working with you when the season starts.